All right, we're good. We're good, chat. We're good. All right, let me go back. I said Faker. Hold on. League to help Chase get out of Iron. We're going back. Okay, so I got you, bro. Most anticipated game. Metroid, you're gonna lose. So let me just might as well. Like, yes. Best adaptation, NairoMK. Pit versus Mega Man. 85 characters into an Iron Man. Oh, they meant like a show. Okay. Let me see. Arcane. Knuckles. Why Knuckles? He got a show? I don't give a fuck. My playlist got like mad Yakuza shit. Yakuza wins. It's as simple as that. Best multiplayer game? Where's Ultimate? Blops 6, Helldivers 2, Jamboree, Tekken 8. See, I wish this voting, like, I need to see that final character in the first pass. I need to see that final character. What the fuck is Warhammer? Like, they made 40,000 of them? That's crazy. Vote the game you actually played. Best sports / racing. Wrestling, because the tribal chief is right there. Raise your ones. It's as simple as that. Best sim / strategy. Age of Mythology. Mid-punk. Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Midas. The Manor Lords. And Unicorn Overlord. I don't think I've heard of any of these games except Mythology. Best game focus on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay. Where's Rebirth? They knew Rebirth would sweep here, so they didn't put it here. It's alright. It's cool. I understand. No, I've never heard of. What the fuck is Unicorn Overlord? There's not even a unicorn here. I'm gonna pick the Manure. Best family. AKA the Nintendo category. But I don't know if Nintendo winning no more. Hold on. I don't know if they winning no more. Peach, nobody voted for this. Mario Party, some people will vote. It's either this or Astrobot, but I'm gonna have to like, ooh, even Zelda. I already know Zelda not winning. Plucky Squire, I'm good on that. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom was kind of peak. I won't lie, chat. If you ain't play it, I'm telling you, it was pretty peak. It was pretty peak. But I'm gonna have to give it to the bot of Astro. Astro was just raw, bro. Just seeing all the characters there. It was the Sony Mario Galaxy, man. That shit was just peak. What can I say? I think it deserved it. Best fighting game? Oh shit. Don't worry, Nakat, I got you, fam. Hook it up, bro. Hook it up. That's my president. I got you, bro. Say no more. Psych! Let me see. We got Sparking Zero. Don't make me get back on that shit. I'm telling you, I'll start farming people left and right. Grand Blue. I respect it. And the MVC collection. That's cool. Where's Rivals 2? DOA. Multiverse is sweet. Multiverses is on here. And Rivals is not. You know why? Because it's better. I'm kidding. Put your pitchforks down. I'm kidding. Alright, since I already know that Tifa's gonna be revealed at the Game Awards, I'm gonna vote for Tekken though. Sorry for leaking, but get ready. Best RPG. Yeah. Let me see. I'll read it. I'll humor it. Dragon's Ligma 2. Elden Ring Shadow of the Mid-Tree. Final Fantasy VII Re-Peak. Like a Dragon, Infinite Mid. And then how can I leave this right here? Metaphor! Anyways, Rebirth. You already know how this shit go. Best action / adventure. Why is Silent Hill on here? That's the first thing my eyes saw. I heard Prince of Persia was kind of raw. Or like The Lost Crown, I heard it was actually pretty good. Star Wars Outlaws? Never heard of it, but it's Ubisoft. I'm sure they cook sometimes, but I ain't hear anything about this, so I'm gonna have to assume they didn't cook. I played Zelda, Silent Hill 2, and Astrobot. I don't think Silent Hill was the most adventure-y or action-y game. I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Astrobot. You know, like Astrobot, it was a good game, man. Astrobot sweet. Oh wait, Ubisoft made this too. I didn't even realize. What do you mean I'm a bum? Are you really gonna chat? Are you gonna sit here and tell me Silent Hill 2 best action of the year? That don't even sound right. And it's action / adventure, right? And everyone, when I was playing Silent Hill 2, they were saying, yo, they recreated Newark. No, they didn't. Because if they did, it would be pristine, beautiful environments, bunnies, bears, deers, dragons, humans all interacting. Peaceful, like it's just blue trap, bubble, everything is just beautiful as far as the eyes can see. You're sleeping on Zelda? Bro, I'm sleeping on Zelda? Man, this shit probably sold like 300K copies. And I'm one of the 300K, so what you talking about? I'm sleeping on this shit. I think Astrobot or Zelda will win. Hold on. Astrobot is straight trash compared to Zelda. Be honest, that on the shelf next to Mario Galaxy, you would never buy that shit. I literally play that shit on stream. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. So we got Black Myth Wukong. We got Blops 6. We got HD 2. We got the Blade That's Stellar. And we got the 40th iteration of Warhammer, Space Marine 2. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a mid-off. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a mid-off. I think Wukong is gonna win this. Mid-off though. I'm just saying, you know what should be here? In this spot right here? Re-Peak, but they didn't want them to just sweep every single category. So they actually took them off this for some reason. When Re-Peak got the best combat out of all of these games. Look, I would say Stellar Blade and Wukong, they're kind of like the same. Not in combat like 1-to-1, but in terms of like you know, it's both the studio's first time making a game like this, so they were pretty safe on a lot of the moves, and like, you know, like you don't really go crazy with the characters. You kind of just you know, it's like it's you know, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? I think Wukong is gonna win this, but I'm gonna just say, just because this is not even the same category, but just because Stellar Blade got better music while you're going, I'm gonna have to give it up to Stellar Blade. Not playing the DLC though. I was disappointed. When I heard that there was no maps, no story, no nothing, you think, what? Why am I gonna get back on? You got nothing for me to fight? No like 2B fight? No like anything? Ain't playing that shit. Come on, man. Best VR? Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard Wrath 2, Batman, Metal Hellsinger, Metro Awakening. Batman. Because Batman is kind of like me. Strong. Got to answer to any bots, as you saw with the previous Iron Man world record that was just shattered. Best mobile game. So you don't even got... Wait, actually, never mind. You got these two here. You got AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon TCG, Weathering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero Fucks. Damn. So y'all got... So you telling me that you guys already had a category where you could get free pools, yet you still took the other spot? I never played Balatro. I know it's in Game of the Year. I know it's there. Apparently this shit is kind of fire. Maybe I'll try it out on stream. I never played Pokemon. I know it's fairly recent, right? Or fairly recent release. I feel like if this is on the Game of the Year category, like, it's just gonna win this, you know? Like, well, actually, hold on. I can't doubt. I can't underestimate the free pools over there. Hold on. I can't underestimate them. I'll vote for Balatro. I've never played any of these five. You know, Pokemon, I mean, it's Pokemon. But I just don't think Balatro is gonna win Game of the Year, so I'm gonna give it its dub right here. Best debut indie game: Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, Plucky Squire. It's the same shit that I just said, bro. They gonna win this shit too. Wait, where's Genshin at? Indie company, bro. Yeah, I think this is... I actually didn't play any... I need to start playing more indies. Next year, 2025, I'm gonna play some indies. Maybe I'll dedicate like a whole day, like a specific day of the week to play like an indie game or something. Because there's definitely a lot of good indies out there, or like indie games out there that I need to play. I'm gonna give this to Balatro though. God damn! Best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Ooh, wait, I heard UFO 50 is a really good game. That wasn't in the indie game? I'm surprised. Why was it not in the other category? I'll give some respect to UFO 50. I've heard some praise. Balatro Sweet, bro, they have mad categories. Best community support, Baldur's Gate, that should probably win it. Final Fantasy 14, I haven't been keeping up with it. Fortnite, put Cloud in, I'll vote for it. Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky, this shit always here, bro. Get this shit out of here, man. I'm sure it's a much better game now, but yo, this shit here every year. Take a break, old man. Final Fantasy. This isn't about the game. It's about the community. You're right. You're right. But Fortnite, they haven't added my guy Ichigo, nor have they added my guy Cloud or Sephiroth. So clearly they're not listening to the community. You know what? I never voted on No Man's Sky. I'm gonna give it to y'all this time. You know what? It's a peaceful stream today. Best ongoing. Destiny 2. That shit ongoing? El Diablo Coño 4. Or El Diablo Coño 4. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers. I heard a lot about Helldivers when it came out, but I feel like I don't hear anything about it anymore. Wait, the 14 community despises Dawn Trail? Oh, shit. Well, that shit must not... Alright, listen. If I vote for Fortnite and this shit wins, Cloud is coming. That's all I'm gonna say. If it doesn't win, the dream is dead. Because my vote matters more. Games for impact. Thought-provoking game in a pro-social meaning or message. I never played any of these. Closer to Distance. Indica. Never. Life is Strange. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Isn't that the game that was like 10 minutes long? And then Tales of Kenzura Zao. Might have butchered it, my bad. I never played this. You skip this category? I just feel like just putting in a vote, you know, just to support something. Is this a new Life is Strange? How many Life is Strange is there? Life is Strange. God damn. This one looks cool. I actually don't know anything about this game though, but cool to see these games, you know, a category for that. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I have not played a single one of these games. I will say, I know everyone shitted on Last of Us 2, but the accessibility settings in that game was crazy, like in a good way. That shit was crazy. I'll give them props for that. It was that game. What was the other game? There was another game where I was like, damn, this accessibility goes crazy. I think it was God of War, maybe. They kind of went off in those. I'm pretty sure they won their respective years as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know the accessibility in this. I fuck with Prince of Persia, so I'ma just. I ain't play that one though, but the old games. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover, acting, emotion, and/or performance capture. Yeah, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Don't worry. This is a Nairo. This is a Nairo sweep. You know how this shit go. This shit, yeah, Nairo sweep. You know how this shit go. It's alright, but I'll see who gets second place. Brianna White, Repeat. Hannah, Life is Strange. Humberly, Star Wars. Who are the characters though? They don't even say their characters. Luke Roberts. Milena from Hellblade, or like voicing Hellblade. So I'm gonna tell you right now, my best performance is none of these, and I'm not even joking. Telling you right now, there is robbery at hand, and I need to talk about it. There is one person that deserves to get this category, and that, let me make sure I don't butcher their name. Hold on. I had to make sure. John Eric Bentley, the voice of Barrett. How is Barrett not in this shit? That's actually robbery. Bro actually went the fuck off in Rebirth. I'm not even joking. The dying part The Myrna part and just about every other fucking part he was talking was peak. Don't get it twisted though. Brianna White, I'm voting for Brianna White. She definitely did a great job with errors, so she definitely winning this shit. But I'm telling you, maybe they just wanted one game per nominee. But I'm telling you, Barrett should have been the one, man. He did a fantastic job. Yo, have a good night, True 7. But it's alright though. Brianna also did a great job, so good shit, Brianna. And rumor has it, because since Aerith is like down there, she's like getting Zora scales and shit to voice Aerith in the next game. So this shit's gonna be peak. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. Can I unmute this shit? Yeah, no, this shit's spoiler free. It's spoiler free. It's spoiler free. Let him know. Let him know. Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. They're not even talking about the soundtrack, but Rebirth Farms. Like, let's move on. Silent Hill will probably win this, but repeat. No bias. Best score in music. Where do we begin with this? Where the fuck do we begin with this? Holy man! It sounds like courage. So we got Astrobot. I don't remember a single track. Rebirth. Where the fuck do I begin? Where do I begin? Battle Theme 1, Battle Theme 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Remix, Cosmo Canyon, Genova Theme 1, Genova Theme 2, Genova Theme 3. The fuck? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? Turk's theme, Rufus theme, Bow Wow Wow, Bow Wow Wow. Are you serious right now? The fuck out of here. You know what's voting. Anyway, let's humor the rest. Metaphor. Renfantasio. I haven't heard a single song from that game, and it would have caught my attention if it had a single song. Nobody played this shit. 5 sales. 5 sales max. Now I heard the music is good there, so it'll probably win. But it is not winning on my screen. Silent Hill 2, what are you doing here? I didn't even see that. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even. Silent Hill got like what, like 2 songs? Like, what are you doing here? You know that meme where they circle someone that like Blood thinks he's part of the gang or the squad? Like, what are you doing here? I ain't hear no songs. And then we got Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade got music. It got music. I just don't think it overcomes the Rebirth peak and probably Metaphor. Maybe. But Stellar Blade got great music. Definitely respectable. If it wins, I'll be surprised, but I won't be that upset. Because I got to take any Rebirth W that I can. But if I had to boil it down, like I just finished saying earlier, Rebirth. Come on, man. We know this. Rebirth sweep. It's on a different level, man. They got to, like, look, answer me this. What game in this fucking category got a whole tour? Tell me. What game in this category got a whole ass world tour? A grand tour, if I should even say. Tell me. Like, it speaks volumes, my guy. Wukong better music. Low key, I wanted Wukong to be here because if that shit won best music, I was actually breaking like 5 monitors. But anyways, we move forward. Best art direction. Yeah, they knew Rebirth not going on this shit because sometimes the lighting on that shit kinda. Best art direction for outstanding creative and / or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one. I don't think Elden Ring is gonna win though. I can't say anything about Neva. Just looking, I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at when I'm looking at this metaphor. Like, is this the box art? What the fuck is this? You got like a exploding nut over there on the right side. You got some divine being right next to it. Then you got like, is that invincible? Like with like half his mask broken or some shit? And then you got that bug from Godzilla. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Oh, actually, you know what? Wukong, I think was gonna win this. I'm like thinking about it right now. Wukong got those like cutscenes when you beat the chapter. Them shits are peak. All of them are peak. I don't know what the hell happened in any of them, but visually, that shit was beautiful. That shit was beautiful. I'm gonna give that up. Those animations that they had, that shit was good. I don't know if Metaphor has anything like that. I know Elden Ring and Astrobot don't. I'm actually have to give this one to Wukong. I'm gonna have to give it. I'll give you something, Wukong. I'll give you something. Maybe one day I'll play a Metaphor. Hold on. Best narrative, outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Man. Rebirth. You had it locked. You had it locked, like ultra locked, guaranteed, until the last hour of the game. Until the last fucking hour of the game, and then you just, man. But nobody know what the fuck going on. How can you tell me a story? Nobody know what's going on. Like a Dragon. Metaphor. Hellblade and Silent Hill. I gotta this serious shit right here. This serious shit. Carter, thank you for the 44 months, my guy. Honestly, I do think that Balatro has a better narrative than any of these games. And I'm actually very upset that it was robbed. Robbed the spot. I'm trying to think. Man, fuck this shit. Why am I thinking? Repeat. Come on, you know this, man. When Dine was like taking all them shots and shit like that, and Barrett was like, Dine! That's storytelling at its finest. Best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. This is game of the year. Isn't this the game of the year category? Isn't all of these in game of the year? Actually, wait, I don't think Astrobot is. Over something else. So I'm gonna tell you right now, This is probably not what it means, but hear me out. Wukong can't win this because it says creative vision and innovation in game direction. However, without a map in that fucking game, I couldn't tell what direction to go to continue the fucking game. So with that being said, that shit nullified. Get that out of here. I'm not thinking about that shit no more. Astrobot, Balatro, Elden, Repeak, Metaphor. That's not what that means. Shh. Hear me out, I said. God damn. I feel like low-key Balatro, like from what I've heard and what I've seen, I feel like it's done something different than the other games that are here, you know? Don't get me wrong though. Repeak, but I'm being legit. I'm not being biased. You know, I'm actually thinking about both all the categories. But I feel like Balatro, you know, like I feel like it stands out, bro. Just pick your game. This is a healthy discussion, Matt. Say your goodbyes. If you vote a mobile game as best direction, hey, bro, all I'm saying is Genshin and 2 other fucking gacha games are in a player's vote. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. All right, so I voted for Balatro. Oh wait, this was the same category. So this is our game of the year. Yeah, I'm gonna just be honest. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Yeah. No. So here, let's digest this real quick. All right. So we got Astrobot. We got a little dude. Where's my controller at? You got a little fucking dude that pops out of your controller. Pops out of your controller. He's like, and he goes on a journey to collect iconic fucking characters that start flossing and twerking or whatever the fuck for no reason. To save the console, you get to play as Kratos with the axe and all that shit. Nathan Drake from Uncharted. And other characters like Aloy from Horizon, but nobody cares about that. So it is pretty good. The game feels amazing to play. Smooth, buttery smooth gameplay. Beautiful, like it's just a beautiful game to look at. It got some little weird sounds coming out of the controller and all that. It is a very good game. So that's what I'll say about that. Balatro. That is one of the 2 that I have not played here, so I cannot say anything except that fucking Joker card is looking at me, and the other one with the skull emoji, I'm gonna stop looking at that shit. Wukong. Now, I don't know what y'all think about Wukong. I think it's a respectable game. Hold on, I need some music. Different music. Balatro, Wukong is a respectable game. But there needs to be some fine tuning. There are some pretty annoying, glaring flaws in the game. Combat wise, no map for traversal, so it kind of just like, ooh. I don't mind. Look. This shit pissed me off the most in Wukong. And I know y'all can relate to me. Because there's no map. Wukong might be one of the worst games at doing this. Which was, you would explore an area, right? You would explore an area, and there would be a fucking cavern that you walk in. And at the end, there's like this little rock that looks like you can jump in, and there's like an opening and everything. And you're like, oh, all right, I found a new like cavern, like a new like place to go. And you jump on that rock, invisible wall. That shit happened legit like 40 times in the game when I was exploring and trying to collect everything. All the invisible walls, the way that they place them shits, absolutely annoying. I hate that. And because there was no map, you couldn't tell that that was like an empty spot, or like you couldn't tell like there was nothing there until you run into it. So you waste time. Sometimes you even climb up a couple rocks, and then there's a path right there, and then boom, invisible wall. So you're like, why the fuck can I climb this shit when there's nothing up there? It was their first game. That's why I said I think they did fine overall, but I can't call it a game of the year. There was just some issues. I consider music as a, you know, when I think of a game as a whole, music, I don't really remember anything from Wukong. No bias. I played like 60 hours of that shit. Got that, you know, I fought that dude, that secret boss, fucked me up for like an hour or two. I fought everything. I don't really remember like much tracks. I feel like any of the tracks that were playing, it was hard to hear because of all the crazy effects and all the shit that was happening with some of the boss fights. So I feel like maybe some of the best songs were kind of being drowned out, maybe. But it's also one of those games that when you're running around like the environment, they want you to really feel like you're in the environment, aka there's no music. I'm playing a video game, bruh. You might as well put something in the back. You can even put like a boom, shh, boom, boom, shh, and that would have been fine. Or some shit like that. Anything. But just bird chirping, like wood chipping away at a tree and shit like that, or like a rock falling, like sliding down like a little hill. That matters, bro. That matters to me. Like, it matters. Environmental noises. Yes, I can hear it, but I want to hear the tracks. It's like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Half the time, all you hear is, and that's it. For the next 5 minutes, that's all you hear. You don't hear anything else for 5 minutes, and then again, it's like, bro, it's Zelda. I need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's iconic, man. But anyways, enough about the music. Gameplay, I think the gameplay was good. Or good enough. However, there was some weird, like, decision choices for it. Wukong, it has something on the skill tree. Literally, it has something on the skill tree that if you press your attack button close to an enemy, it can, like, you know, he like lunges in and attacks. And I'm telling you, even when you have that ability, and I think it has like 3 tiers, even with like 3 tiers of that, I'm telling you, when it came to attacking enemies, sometimes I was swinging at the open air. The enemy would be like right here, I'm right here. I think one of the ones, one of the fights that was like absolutely, it looked really cool, but it ended up being really like clunky and bad, was that serpent. The white serpent on the lake or whatever. Oh my god. That I didn't get stuck on that fight, but that I felt like I wasn't even fighting anything. It just kept moving. Like, it kept sliding away to the other side of the screen. Get ready, get ready. She about to say, hold on. Mr. Beast. Ah. Wait, I just realized. Why was Persona 3 not in any of these categories? God damn. Ain't that shit dropped this year? No one liked the remake? Really? I mean, I didn't play the original, so I don't know. But like music? People didn't like the music? I'm a little surprised about that. It wasn't an any nominee. I guess Metaphor took all the shine, huh? Oh! What do you mean? What are you talking about? Aye. Soon, Scratch, soon. But yeah, Wukong, like, some of the fights, like, some of the moves and stuff, it was pretty cool, but I think a little lack of variety in terms of weapons was also kind of like, or weapon abilities, excuse me, is kind of like, you know? Like, you can hold triangle, use your little you know, all that type of shit, but, like, I don't know. It was, I enjoyed it for it. I'll give it like a 7.5. 7.5. But anyway, we move on. Enough yapping about that. I think if they have DLC or like improvements to the game, like via updates, I definitely think it could be a lot sharper and like crisp. And they can fix it. And if they don't fix it, I think their next game, they'll like learn from like any of the errors and stuff. Maybe. Because some people are saying this is like the greatest game in the fucking generation. Maybe not. Maybe they're gonna just copy paste. I don't know. Anyways. DLC ring. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. As a DLC, I think it was a good DLC. However, I feel like the Souls games, maybe there's like a little bit of burnout. I don't know. I'm not like bored of it or anything, but in terms of like coming up with new shit to do, I feel like they've kind of like hit a wall a little bit. I think like while Shadow of the Erdtree was good, the reason why it was hard, you know, for people like hard, was because every fucking enemy in that realm swung 90 times with 0.5 second cooldown and then loop again. Like it was like, I'd understand if a couple enemies did that, but I swear it was everybody. The first enemy you're greeted with literally just non-stop starts swinging. The shit that throws like its toenail at you or whatever, the little chakrams, are just like, I'm like, damn, stop. And he don't even got much cooldown. He just gonna keep doing shit. For real, I need a Sekiro too, man. But yeah, no, I think like that was like just drawn out a little too much. I didn't play Elden Ring, or I did play a little bit Elden Ring like for the randomizer after they made that patch for Radon. I don't know if they changed anything else. And I also did no fragment run, so you know, all my stats were pretty low. I feel like the Radon fight, they kind of butchered a little bit. That one move that they butchered, the 1-2 swipe, I knew that shit was bullshit. I fucking knew it. I knew it was bullshit. If something was gonna get nerfed, it was absolutely that. That move is literally the dumbest move in the entire game. It did not make sense. It was so RNG. I don't give a fuck. I had to use a shield for that move because of how stupid that move hitbox was. But, you know, the final boss fight was still pretty cool. Because you died like 1,000 times. No, because that one move was the actual BS attack. Everything else was not. It was fine. It was legit. Hooked by Mesmer. Mesmer. I was on Mesmer's fight for like an hour. Let's stop. That shit was a disappointing fight. Yeah, I think the cross slash nerf was like fine. I think they did something about like Tequila's hair. Tequila. I think like they did something with his hair so it's not all over the place, so you can dodge moves or see what moves are being swung. I think that's fair too, because yeah, you know what, like that shit's stupid. You know, if something is like literally blocking your vision, I guess that's stupid. That's fair. But I don't know anything else. I don't know if they like increases or decreases health or anything like that. But I think that's a healthy patch or like a healthy update. But regardless, yeah, I just feel like a lot of enemies were just non-stop mashing with no cooldown. I didn't struggle overall, like, you know, like Like, as much as some people were stuck on like the Radon fight for like, I mean, I was stuck for a while on that, I won't lie. But I had no fragments. Some people with fragments were stuck on that shit for days. But like outside of Radon, you know, what was the other boss that took a while? Oh, Rolana. I honestly think I was just playing like ass that day. Like when I'm thinking about, I mean, I'm doing the randomizer, so I'm gonna have to fight Rolana again in the near future. But I don't think I'm gonna be stuck for 4 hours or some shit like that. So I'm like, oh my god, the flower. Oh no, the flower I was playing so ass. The fucking Mario Sunshine flower. I'm starting to remember everything now. They nerfed them a little bit, Archon, yeah. Well, actually, I won't say a little bit, but you know, they did nerf them. The flower, man. That was an easy fight, and for some reason, I was just dying to it for so long. I'm fucking it up too, for sure, in the randomizer. No cap. It is gonna die. I'm not worried about it. Anyways, enough about that. I think I'm trying to be fair with this. Like, I know some people are mad that the DLC is actually in the category. I can agree. I don't see. I can agree with the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC, but then there's also people who say that Rebirth should not be in the category either because it's a remake of FF7. It is so different. It is astronomically different. I can't even call this shit a remake, man. Like that, I think that's different. But I'm gonna probably sound biased if I say yes for Shadow of the Erd Tree and no for the Rebirth one. Whatever, I don't care. It's here. It is what it is. What you call it? No. But being fair on the Shadow of the Erd Tree, I think I had a great time playing it. Though I do think maybe I'm misremembering the base game, but I swear there was like 4 areas in this game that were massive and had nothing. It had nothing. Waste of time. Maybe I didn't do a side quest and it was supposed to be more like swaggy in the area or like an extra fight or something, but from what I seen, I don't really think I missed anything, you know? Like, I was kind of let down by it. There was like that one area, I think it was like on the top right. It took forever to get there and you have to use like the emote on the statue. There was nothing there. There was nothing really there. There was a whole lot of land. I don't even remember there being any mini bosses or anything. You know, it was just a waste of time for holding it back for that long or like having it be that secretive in terms of how to get in there. Like, I don't know. It was kind of weird overall. Yeah, I think it was just like a talisman or something. But like, I don't know. The Bale fight was good. The Bale fight was good. I'm not talking about that area. I'm talking about the other areas that didn't have a Bale at the end of it. Remember that one forest? What's the forest called? The one with the things with the little weird infested shit that like they catch you and then they kill you in one shot or whatever. You needed like an item. I just swerved them. The entire time. But that forest, you couldn't use torrent in. So it was like some sacred ground or some shit like that you couldn't even use your horse. And the only thing there was that one dude, Mid-Ear or whatever. Like, the dude's name was Mid. And it was just like kind of a whatever fight, honestly. But like that whole area, exploring the whole area, it wasn't really cool. Like, there was nothing there except that like little mansion, basically. Oh, I said Mid-Ear. That's God of War. Midra. You're right, Midra. I played Metal Gear better in Elden Ring than Metal Gear. Man, yo, stop whumping, bro. I got the Iron Man world record. Take one day off. But all right. Yeah, music. I think the music was alright. I'm not really like too much of a fan of like the Souls game music. Like, it's epic. Don't get me wrong, it's epic. I'm surprised they don't have like no tour or anything like that. I'm sure they could pull it off and stuff, but or like a orchestra tour. I mean, I'm sure they could pull it off, but like it doesn't really like stick with me. You know, it doesn't really stick with me when after the game is all said and done. It doesn't really stick with me. I think the final boss was good. What was the one? Oh, was it McDonald's? There was like this one part in the Radon boss battle where it sounded like the dude in the choir is saying McDonald's or something. Was it McDonald's or was something else? I can't remember. That was the only highlight that I could think of. But yeah, oh no, it was Ronaldo. That's what it was. It was Ronaldo. Yo, that's we gonna hear that shit. You know, I'm playing Elden Ring soon. Fuck that shit. I'm playing that DLC or I'm playing that randomizer soon. I'm stuck on my randomizer RNG is so bad. I had who was the first boss? It was Elden Beast in that small corridor, and then I have Melania in the first main boss. Like, it's always that BS with me, but I'm gonna pull through. I still have that file ready to go, so no worries. What boss song? The final boss for the DLC. Oh wait, yo, oh yeah, you're right. The knight from the DLC was actually in that area. You're right. Never mind. Elden Beast was the other playthrough. Yeah, Elden Beast was the other playthrough. And Elden Beast is not hard, but when you're fighting him on like a bridge the size of this right here, yeah, it kind of gets a little clunky. Anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying before that? Overall, the DLC I think was great, or like good. It was definitely a good DLC. Also, that the fighting, the fisticuffs, whatever, or like the punching ability, that was swag. That was a cool ability. I didn't really like level up anything or have like a broken build or anything like that, so I didn't really take advantage of it. But it was swaggy. I'll give it that. It was a swaggy inclusion, or like, you know, like to include that. I'm still live. Yeah, I'm about to end soon though, because I'm doing the Game Awards, Game of the Year stuff. Yeah, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. I didn't play Metaphor, so I can't comment on it. It's not my Game of the Year. Maybe in 2025 I'll play it, and maybe I'll give it, you know, the props that it very likely deserves. I always call it Metaphor because, you know, I feel like Final Fantasy and Persona fans always butt heads and shit like that, you know. But I'm sure the game is very good, and like deserves a lot of the praise that it gets. But it ain't winning. No, but yeah, I don't know anything about the game, so I can't really comment on it. Yo, Gone, take care. There's one last game we gotta talk about here, the one that I'm a little iffy about, so let me start. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What can I say about it? Except that it's fucking amazing. What the fuck? Holy peak. Right off the bat, you get to play as Cloud and Sephiroth. You're like, oh shit, you get to play as Sephiroth? Oh shit, this shit crazy. You start beating some ass and all this shit, and you're just like, damn, what a good start. So what's next? The whole world opens up. You hear that beautiful main theme of Final Fantasy VII. You're like, wow, this shit is amazing. Like, damn, let me go into a battle. And then you got that bombastic orchestra of the battle theme. And you're like, God damn, what the fuck? You're like, what? This is some final boss shit. I'm only an hour in. What's going on? But I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. So I think Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is gonna win. Psych! Let me stop this. Get that, revoke that vote real quick. So here we go. Let me talk about Rebirth. One of the greatest games of this generation. I promise you. Some of the, I'll give you that. I'll give you some of the critique that people have. I'll give you some leeway. I'll be like, you know, I agree. You know, the Kate Sith part, we all know what part I'm talking about if you played it. Ash. Nothing redeeming about that part at all, except it makes you not want to ever use the character. I promise you, they picked the worst time to ever try to do anything with Kate Sith, because that was horrible. Awful. That was just so unfun. I literally never used them again because of how corny it was. Even though it was just solo, it just was such a sour taste. That was ass. I might do that, Crystallis. I might. Was it that bad? It was just a slog, you know? I feel like something that was like lost in time a little bit. You guys know when like Cloud goes in between like a crack, right? Like, you know, he just like slides in through or not slide, he just like goes to a new area, or like he has to move something and shit like that. Or it's not even just in Final Fantasy 7. It's like in multiple games, like God of War, like Kratos, like if there's like a crack in the mountain, you know, you like go through and stuff. That is zone loading. If you didn't know that, it's loading up the next area. It is okay if games got to do that in this day and age. It is fine. However, when the PS5 came out, one of the things they were just full on go glazing, like Sony, they're like, yo, this and that, and other people are like, yo, the load times on this shit is so crazy. Everything loads up so fast now, you don't even need those padding zone loads and all that shit. You don't need that anymore. And guess what? Every game does still the same exact, if not more of that shit. Why? FF7 definitely has a lot of that. I won't lie, it has a lot of that. It doesn't like take me out of the game or anything like that, but it's weird that like they gassed it up so much and they're still doing what they're old reliable, you know, basically. But I mean, if it makes the game work, I guess, you know, or like, you know, if it doesn't crash the game, I suppose, right? But actual critiques. The gameplay is amazing. I think FF7 remake / rebirth, like the gameplay, bro, when you start cooking and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna swap to this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and all the characters just start beating ass. I'm gonna use Tifa Limit, Barret, use this move, Yuffie, use this move, put all the enemies together in the one spot, and now the limit is hitting all of them, and then you go like boom, 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 boom. Magical. It is magical. I can only say that shit is truly magical. A lot of people like turn-based, sure, you know, I'm not gonna knock you. Dragon Quest 11 is one of the GOTY games. I need this shit I'm glad that they stuck to this type of gameplay, because that shit is so fire. I don't give a fuck. It is so fire. Obviously, I'm sure they're gonna improve on it even more, because they did improve on it from remake to now, with like the aerial combat and shit like that, and like Blizzard and Arrow just never really working in remake, and now it kind of works pretty well, or at least compared to remake. Gameplay was really good. I like the, you know, seamless transition from one character to the other. I mean, we kind of had an idea of how it was gonna be because or like with like team attacks and stuff, because Yuffie's DLC with Intergrade. So that was really cool seeing the combinations, like, you know, the one with Aerith and Barret putting on the shades and then them shooting like big ass laser beams around and all that, or like Tifa and Red 13 like doing some weird ass fucking like beast attack and shit like that. Like, it was cool, you know. All that shit is so, I don't know, it's just so cool to me. I think the gameplay is very good. I think the gameplay is very, very good. I'm gonna end soon. I just gotta, you know, I'm discussing right now. We about to end though, don't worry. And then what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think the gameplay is good. I think one of the critiques, or one of the biggest critiques that the game has, is the mini games. I just feel like people are, not all the mini games are good, for sure. That one mini game with the flan in the middle, ass. I don't know what the fuck I don't know the optimal way to do that shit, but I cleared it on hard mode. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I need to know, and I'm good. I don't have to play that shit anymore. That game sucked. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Final Fantasy fans, they just hate everything that is not turn-based. Oh, okay, I won't say all Final Fantasy fans, but like some of the complaints, they're like, yo, this way too much mini games and all this. To my knowledge, I could have sworn that like you only really have to play like 2 mini games. You can skip that entire boat section of playing Queen's Blood. You have an option to just retire and it'll just skip it, like right off the bat. So you don't even have to play in that tournament anyway to begin with. But to sit here and think that Final Fantasy VII, the OG, didn't have mini games, or like it had a good amount of mini games in them. You had the snowboard one, which isn't available yet. We're obviously gonna get that in the next one. What you call it? What was the other ones in the Gold Saucer? There was like 3 in Gold Saucer. What the fuck was the other one? I mean, there's just a bunch of shit. The dolphin one, like, you know, the dolphin to go up to Junon for the Rufus parade. Obviously they changed that shit because like in the other one you had to like do like some like CPR what you call it, mini game or some shit like that. But in this one is like a little fun mini game to get like the hop and stuff like that. But the mini games don't last that long, you know. They do have a good amount of new mini games, but none of them were really were mandatory. And if they were mandatory, it was like 1 round and that's it. Like if you're with like Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, or whoever in Gold Saucer, I think you have to play like 1 of them, and then it moves on to like next section and all that. So I feel like people are drastically like complaining a little too much about the mini games. So now to the point where interviews for the 3rd part of the game, they're saying that they're probably gonna, you know, remove or like cut some of the mini games and stuff. I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm cool with doing optional shit. Why the fuck would I want less things to do? What? Why? Are people mad because they have to play some of them for the platinum trophy? It's a platinum trophy. Play the whole game. What the fuck? Like, I just never understood this shit, man. Or I never understand like shit like that. If it's like really like just 99% optional, who cares? If you don't care about getting the platinum and it's just on the side, oh, ignore it. That's how I see it. Most of the mini games aren't even optional. They are though. Like the Gilgamesh one or like Fort Condor, optional. That's optional. Like there's some that you have to do, but it's similar to the other game, or like original, where you do have to do mini games for those same segments. It's not the same mini game 1-to-1, but it's a mini game nonetheless. Chadley, they could incorporate Chadley's stuff better for sure. Bro is just everywhere. Like he has to be the final boss. There's just no way. Dude is everywhere. But anyways, enough topic on that. In terms of content, I feel like I don't think anybody was expecting Rebirth to be as long as it was. I surely wasn't. I was expecting a 40-hour game. They said that it was gonna be 100 hours, like before the game came out. But you know how like devs are, they always be gassing this shit up. They play like fucking senior citizens. Like they barely be moving and shit like that. They swing like 1 time per 5 seconds. Like I thought they were gassing that up. They were not gassing it up. That shit really was 100 hours. The world just kept expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding with regions, more and more and more and more and more. I was like, how is there another region? Like, it was actually crazy. Content wise, I think it was fantastic. It blew my expectations out of the water. Music, come on. Do you need a repeat? Do I need to stand up again? Do I need to do this again? I didn't even list half the tracks that were bangers too. Like, come on, man. The music is fantastic. Like, it is beautiful. Some people are like, yo, why are they making new music? Yo, just use the OG. Are you fucking serious? If you want the OG, mute your fucking game. And when you get to that section in the game, Wu-Tai, play Wu-Tai. The OG version on your YouTube tab. Put your headphones on and play the fucking game. I love the new music. The new music is crazy, bro. Not every single track, obviously, but the ones that are good are fantastic. Vincent's theme, oh my god. That Rebirth concert, oh my god. The one I'm going to soon, oh my god. When I hear them play Vincent's battle theme, I'm literally about to start ascending from my seat. I'm actually like, no. This shit is crazy, man. It is so good. It's gonna be fantastic. Anyways, the music in the game is nothing short of phenomenal. It is just phenomenal. If you have not played the game, at least listen to the music. If you are one of those players that is like a diehard FF7 OG fan, like you hate everything about the remake project, but you haven't even played it, at least play Rebirth. Rebirth is so much better than remake. Remake was small, like corridors, like very like cluttered, like a whole bunch of shit, weird shit that they had to throw into Midgar and all this. But man, Rebirth really just blows that shit out the water, man. It really does. You can honestly even skip remake if you so fucking choose. If it means that you can play Rebirth, skip that shit, I promise you. But if you're waiting for all three parts, obviously play all three parts. But I'm telling you, remake was a lot slower, but just being able to do stuff, and also the Chadley VR missions, they are challenging. There are some pretty challenging stuff in there, and I appreciate that. I like the difficulty. That's one of my gripes of Rebirth and remake. Apparently, to other people, the game is pretty hard, or like on its own. Like normal difficulty is pretty like challenging. The game is easy. Or when you know how to cook, it's easy. I need a hard mode right off the gate. Like a real hard mode, not a new game plus and your shit carries over to hard mode. No, I need a real hard mode. Like I need some difficulty. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if they're even gonna do it. But Square Enix, they seem like they just never want to do any hard mode before. It's like starting a new game, they seem to never want to do that shit again. I don't know why. It sucks. The same shit happened for Final Fantasy 16. It is unfortunate. The game is easy. I think bosses just have way too little health. Sometimes you can't even hear the theme. I think it was like Genova's theme. I couldn't even hear the first time I fought Genova's theme because I fucking demolished so much health that it skipped the phase of one of the parts to the end of the music, and I had to hear that shit on my own time. Like, how you gonna have bangers? How you gonna have what you call it, Masashi cooking so hard in the studio just for me to hear 5 seconds of that shit, because the health on the enemy is so little that it just skips that whole portion. You know what I'm saying? So I would like there to be a hard mode for one, more difficulty, but two, I get to also hear more of the music when I'm playing through it for the first time. I know the sales for the games for 16 and Rebirth were lower than they expected. Square Enix always has a really fucking high expectation for their games, and they're both, well, now Final Fantasy 16 is on PC, but you know, their games were console exclusive, and there are definitely a lot of people who are waiting for all the Final Fantasy 7 remake project games to come out so they can all play it in like one go, or like 3 for 1 combo pack. It'll definitely sell. Fuck, I'll probably buy that shit too. If it's like a 3-in-1, I'll just buy it just to have it, you know, collectional purposes. But what you call it? Anyways, that's a different topic. Let me finish wrapping this up. The music is really good. If you're a diehard FF7 OG fan, and like at least try it, because like if you are a fan of the OG, you have to be a fan of the characters, and they do the characters justice. Like you get way more interactions with the Final Fantasy 7 cast and remake and Rebirth, especially Rebirth, than the OG tenfold. I'm telling you, don't miss out because it's not turn-based. I promise you, you are missing out. Or at the very least, try it. If you don't like it, then it is what it is. But I'm telling you, as a Final Fantasy fan, telling you, it is really good. The ghost stuff is corny, but that's different. But the character interactions, like Barret and Cloud, they have so many good interactions. Red 13 and Barret, whatever. You know, Yuffie just being Yuffie and all that stuff, like way more character. Yuffie was an optional character, and Vincent was an optional character before. They didn't really have much. Granted, Vincent didn't really have much in this game because, you know, like, next part. But he will definitely have a lot in the third part. Especially with what they're doing with Ever Crisis. The shit that they're doing in the Ever Crisis. He definitely is going to have a lot of parts. I'm 100%. Or like His story is gonna be way more important. But what you call it? Anyways, yeah, I think the game, it does have some fluff moments and stuff. It is a very long game. If you feel yourself getting burnt out of playing it, just take a break. It is a long game, but don't, like, you know, force yourself to play it if you are playing it as well. There are some, like, you know, stuff that you could deem fluff, and I will agree with it. I was okay with it because I was having a good time doing random shit in the game anyways. Whether it's getting a new chocobo or doing the enemy battle intel or whatever. I just enjoyed playing the game. Some areas like traversing were kind of ass. Gungaga, you know, if you know, you know. The chocobo ability on that was kind of ass. But overall, I think the game was really good. A lot of people are definitely gonna miss out on playing it. It didn't sell as well. Maybe people will buy it in the future and stuff, but I think it was a masterpiece. Very close, if not a masterpiece, very fucking close to a masterpiece. I am already anticipating that the third game is not going to be better than this. I'm just going to be real. The third game has too much to do. If they make that shit better than Rebirth, holy fuck, I'm buying 25 million copies. I'll make sure they're selling millions. I'll make sure. Single-handedly. I'll live in the streets if I got to. I'll buy every single copy. Nah, I won't do all that. But if it's not better, it is what it is. The expectations that this game has done for the third game is astronomical. Like, straight up. We will be there day one. Absolutely, we will be there day one. But, yeah. That being said, Metaphor wins. No, there are some negatives of the game. Like I said, it is a long game. Some people don't like really playing like long, or like, you know, everyone's getting older throughout time, you know, less time for them to actually play games and stuff. Rebirth feels like playing an old RPG back in the day. I'm sure Metaphor was also similar to that. Like, these games like Persona 5 was long. I'm sure Metaphor was like similar length and stuff like that. We have to like really put some time into it, but I'm sure it's both, you know, it's worth it. I can speak for Rebirth. It was worth it to me. The visuals of the game, I know the PS5 Pro makes it look better, but there are some like weird lighting issues and stuff. Some of the characters look drugged out sometimes with the camera angle and the lighting and stuff. I don't truly care about shit like that when it comes down to it. If a game looks amazing, a game looks amazing. And Rebirth does look amazing in some sections, while it doesn't look amazing in other sections, you know? That's just how it is. I don't really care that much. Like if a game has awful, like if it just looks awful, I'm gonna say it looks awful. And like parts of Rebirth definitely look a little weird, but it wasn't enough to like take me out of the zone and be like, yo, it looks so ugly, I'm not playing this shit no more, you know? Like, it wasn't anything like that. But yeah, you know, in terms of that, it can do a little bit better, which I'm sure it will do. What else? I'm trying to think of any like negatives and stuff. I mean, if it wasn't obvious, it is the game of the year for me. Do I think it's gonna win? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think it's gonna win. I would love for it to win. If Wukong wins over this, I will. Whenever it's Game Awards season, I always make it like I'm like, oh shit, this shit won. Let's go, let's go. I don't really care in the end of the day what wins, but I just cannot. Wukong sold so much, man. It's probably winning. It's probably winning. China sweep, unfortunately. But what you call it? I would love to see Rebirth win, like 100%. I do care. Nah. Like literally, like 10 minutes after the Game Awards ends, I'm like, anyways. But yeah. I will say though, at least out of the four games that I did play, Astrobot was good, and Wukong was solid. The Erdtree DLC or Elden Ring DLC was solid. This game was amazing. Didn't play Balatro and Metaphor. Maybe I'll play that next year. Like, you know, put it in some like variety vault and potentially play it. Also, Tifa is gonna be in Tekken. If you didn't know. If you did know, then you know. If you don't know, now you fucking know. Telling you, Tekken 8 fourth character reveal at Game Awards, they already knew they wanted a worldwide audience for this shit. They could have revealed Tifa at the Tekken World Finals this past weekend, but they're like, no, we want the whole fucking world to see this shit. So as we already know, that's gonna happen, and I will be back on Tekken, and I will be better than the cat 100%. I swear on everything, I will make sure that he will never, ever have a better Tifa than me. I swear. I like, y'all think I'm capping. He is a fake Final Fantasy fan. I'm not letting that shit happen. I'm not. I don't give a fuck if he be like, yo, yeah, my community sweeps you. I don't give a fuck. I sweep you. So the Tekken arc will come back. I'm bad with sarcasm. Is this true? Oh, no, it's copium pupper. But it is true that they announced that the Game Awards will have the final character for the year for Tekken 8 at the Game Awards. So we'll be seeing it in a day and a half or 2 days from now. Didn't the Tekken team say no guest characters for season 1? I don't think they said that, but they also said Heihachi's dead. A million times. You can't trust him, bro. Harada's a troll, man. He's a troll. Bro put Negan in Tekken 7 because that one dude asked for him, and he was like, that's such a stupid ass request. Boom, Negan. Like, hello? If it's Clive, I'm gonna be a little salty. I'll be happy, but I'll be salty at the same time. I'll be like, ooh. But it very likely will probably, if there is a Final Fantasy character, he probably has the biggest shot. Because they say, like, I mean, nah, it better not be that fuck dude or whatever the fuck. Nah, put that shit season 2. Anyways, with that being said, this is my Game of the Year or Game Awards category, all the voting and stuff. That was the final one. That's why I spent the most time on it. I can finally breathe. I yapped. That actually took way longer than I was anticipating. Last year, I did this shit so fast. I was like, this, and that's it. But I actually gave it some thought. I hope you guys enjoy that. You know, any of the late night warriors. Some of y'all probably have, like, you know, winter vacation and stuff, or some of y'all probably don't. That I like Final Fantasy 16. It kind of gave me the similar vibes to Wukong, where they were too safe on a lot of the things that they did, but they don't get the Wukong pass because it's Final Fantasy. Or like a lot of people that worked on it, DMC dudes and all this stuff, like it was kind of like, I don't know. I went in relatively blind as well. I saw no gameplay trailers, or I saw the first 2 trailers of the game and never again. Anything else afterwards, I did not see a single thing. I went in blind. I thought the story was going to be much different based on those 2 trailers. I thought all the icons and stuff were going to be scrapping, but it was kind of like Clive versus this, Clive versus that, Clive versus this, Clive versus that. And that's it. You know, it was like one, like, there was no like, well, actually, okay, I won't say there was no fight. You know the fight. Probably the best part of Final Fantasy 16. But overall, I missed the mark on the story based on the trailers that I saw. I enjoyed it, but there was definitely some things. Side quests were awful, god awful side quests. The hunts were something, but it wasn't enough to like pick it back up from some of the slog and like some of the rough parts of the Final Fantasy 16. It was really rough in some areas. Say your predictions on the announcements. Well, what do you mean? Oh, on the announcements? I could do that. I'll do that on the day of. I'll be live on the day of, and I'll talk about predictions and stuff like that. I don't really know. I don't think we'll get anything Final Fantasy 7 unless it's like, you know, like I said, the DLC for Tekken and stuff, if it is Tifa. I don't think we'll get anything on that. I don't think I'll get anything that I will like, you know? Like, if I'll like to be wrong, you know, I want more games to be hyped for, because the only thing I'm really hyped for after this, or like, now that this year is pretty much wrapped up, is Metroid Prime 4. That's the only thing I really care about. GTA, I'll probably play GTA when it comes out, but I'm not like fiending for it. Like I said, I didn't even play GTA 5, so maybe I'll play that before, you know? But outside of like Metroid, I don't really have anything currently. KH4 is like, it exists, but it doesn't. Silksong, it exists, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get hyped for them. You know, I'm not like, now I can actually be excited for Metroid Prime 4 because we actually saw gameplay in 2024. And it said 2025 release date, you know? Like, we got a release year. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Which very likely is gonna, you know, come out at the same time as the new console. Makes sense.